this is White, aka Incubator here, bringing you yet another toy review. And today we are taking a look at the Mastermind Creations Night Morpher 06. Alright, so Mastermind Creations pretty much gave these guys their fancy names. Night Morpher, Stormer. It's pretty much Hearts of Steel, Thundercracker. And this is basically the line design from Hearts of Steel. I don't want to say steampunk design because I think steampunk is a little bit overboard for this, but this is very industrialized Transformers. Or at least the aesthetic, and it's really cool. It has a lot of gears to it, and it's very, you know, it's very much that design. There's really no beating around the bush. It's all industrial. I guess you could say steampunk, but I don't feel that's too correct. It has propellers. To kind of jump right in here, though, I just want to talk about, really quick, at least Mastermind. This is the first time I reviewed and played with anything from Mastermind Creations themselves, and I'm really impressed. I have Fans Project pieces, and I've messed with others, and then there's I've played with Make Toys figures before, and Mastermind really, I don't know if I should say surprised, but yeah, Mastermind's quality is really, really good. The paint apps, all that is fantastic on this guy. The blue and the reds match well. The black is kind of an ashy black. It looks great. The silver paint is really good quality. I don't feel like it's gonna brush off or anything, and the plastic quality is great. It's sharp, it's glossy, and it's great. It's a little darker than it's coming off on my camera. It's just the intensity of my lights, but it's nice deep blue, nice deep colors. Well, it is really, really cool, and just the aesthetic is great in my opinion. But that's pretty much it with him. If I can position my camera right, there we go. You can see just kind of the aesthetic. He has an option up here in the head or in the face. You can see the face sculpt is like not generic Seeker, but this is a Seeker head sculpt. And then if you want to make it look more just natural Seeker, you can fold those bits in and give him more of the square Seeker head. And it's very well defined. The mouth is lined a bit, and it's very well sculpted. You can't see the eyes very well, but it is great. It looks like he has teeth there, but yeah, this is a fantastic head sculpt, and just none of the sculpting is washed out or anything. It's all very sharp and very features, well done. What you can do with him is, one, you can take his null rays here and you can swivel them around and you can pop them off and then pop them on upside down to make way for his other weapons that he can use. First thing he can do is, if you want to make him look a little bit more sleek or a little bit more dynamic, you can take these wings off, just kind of wiggle them a bit and just kind of press off, and you can take these off. So just kind of pop these off. And then you can turn these into weapons. You can take this and fold this out and push that peg in, and then these turn into swords. So gigantic swords for Thundercracker. Because of how heavy they are, he can't hold them that well at all, I found. Maybe there's a better way for him to hold them, but I haven't been able to get this guy to hold them at all. Except for, oh, right there. But his wrist doesn't support it. But yeah, there's that if you want to give him those gigantic weird swords. But that's fine, and you can just leave these off to the side. And then these bits right here, these skirt bits, these come off and become blades, and you can see they have ridges in here with that tab. Just kind of wiggle them and push them out at the same time, gently, and these come right out. Do the same thing over here. So now you can take these and you can put these in his hand. Put them in upside down or right side up, and he can dual wield. And his null ray fell off, his other arm. But there's Stormer with his weapons and his weapon options. The figure's stance and composure is great. Like, this guy looks, I don't want to say menacing, because it's not very menacing, but he looks like a presence. And just his detail and the rivet detail, it's great. This guy looks awesome. His articulation, his head works on a really nice universal ball joint. Goes, rotates 360, goes up and down, looks up. It's great. Even if you take these things off, the arms work about the same. It's on a rotating ratchet at the shoulder, goes in and out, and then you can move the shoulder pad with it. Rotating biceps, double jointed elbows, hinge wrists, ball jointed wrists, rotating waist, kind of, ratchet thighs that go back and forth, in and out, rotate the upper thigh, double jointed knee, and ball jointed ankle and hinged ankle, and then a hinged ankle or heel. So yeah, this guy articulates very, very, very well, and this just popped off. Do it. Never mind. Alright, and to transform this Not Thundercracker, it's really intuitive and kind of fun. A lot of stuff happens, so this might take a minute, but here it is. And be careful. Grabbing these propellers and these pointy bits, they'll stab you. They've stabbed me several times, so be careful, and if you hit it hard enough, it'll draw blood. So be careful. And same thing goes for these ones. So be wary. Take his wing bits and fold them out. Take these shoulder bits and just go ahead and fold them forward. Take the cab piece, push that up. Fold his head details in and push the head up like that. And then kind of put your fingertips on these silver bits and then put your thumbs back here on the edge of the wings and push them down as you push the wings up. And that makes sure the gears glide along. It's supposed to work on an automorph mechanism, but that is a lot better to do so it doesn't mess up and grind the gears and just really screw the whole thing up. So I would suggest gliding everything with itself. My focus is kind of off. There we go. Take the cockpit, fold that bit, or rotate that backward, push this in, there's a little tab and a notch, push that in together. Come up here and take these tabs, plug them into the circular bit. Voila. And that'll probably come out again. And just kind of play with that. And then the arms, probably this is why, because that got stuck. Just go ahead and pull these arms down. They'll click. Unless this one already did it, which I think it did. Yeah. So yeah, push these arms down. Then try and work with this later. The cool thing about the transformation is it kind of works itself like all the way down the body, and it's pretty neat. Come up here to the hands, take this under panel and open it, and swing the hand inside, and then swivel the null ray like that. Then you're going to take it, and there's a little clip back here that's already undone itself on this side, but this plugs into the elbow and locks it. So swivel that down, and then make sure the shoulder pad stays up as this top panel swings out, and then tab this into the lower, or the second slot. Just like that, and leave it all open. Show you again over here. Take this panel, swing it open, fold the hand in, come back here, and open that. Rotate the null ray. Rotate this all up. This post will go into that slot. Just like that. Horse slot. Horse slot. Keep it kind of just like that and kind of keep everything at least somewhat angled correctly. Then take these bits and you'll see these notches right here. There's two slots up in the arms right there on either side. So take them, kind of wiggle them around so they'll find them on each side. So, and then close that panel around that, like that. Same thing over here. It's really intuitive transformation. It's kind of long, but it's really, really fun. Not even fun, like it's interesting, and how it flows really well, just straight down the body is great. So push that in, and then close that. And there you have the midsection done. So now you just have the legs. So take this, and don't pull on it, but add a little bit of exerting pressure so this bit doesn't hit these. And you're going to want to kind of pull it down a tiny bit, and just add some outer pressure and rotate it around. Take this piece, flip that forward. You can take this locomotive bit and push that forward in the back as well. Take his, you can come down to the feet. Take the feet and push them in like that, and then fold in the heel so they all sit flush. And like that, all straight. Just like that. Come up here, this peg is going to find its way to that slot, so as you do that, rotate the leg up and then rotate it sideways. So, just like that. So do the same thing over here. Rotate it sideways, swivel this around the right way. And then, come back here. There's a little, that post right there will find its way into that shaped slot right there. Press those together, and that will lock all 3 tiers of the jet mode. Just like that. Then you have the back, come up front, make this gigantic post find its way into this post hole. And then you kind of have to apply some outward pressure on this. So kind of put it on a flat surface to where you're not going to stress it. And push on it. Don't push super hard, just check on it. Just so it gets all in there. And like that, so that's all pegged in. Now that you have all that done, just make sure everything's locked, sit together, and there you have Stormer in his jet plane mode. And here you have the Stormer again in his little jet mode. Something really optional you can do, and that kind of hurt. I keep doing that. I should probably stop doing that. You can take these locomotive wheels and fold them out from the bottom, and you can roll him, and that kind of works as landing gear. But the main purpose of that is the figure comes with a train track or a rail track, which I don't have on me. You can peg those tracks together with the ones from the other Starscream colored and the Skyward color of this mold of the Airborne Squadron. And you can hook them on to Night Morpher Commander, the locomotive Optimus Prime, and they all follow him. So that's a pretty cool touch. And this plane mode is really kind of interesting, and the detail again stands out really well. There's nice washes in here. The ashy black gray of the gears looks great. There's a lot of nice paint and detail back here with the thrusters and just other pipes and gas chambers or whatever. There's a locomotive back on here. That's kind of funny. You can just go. The detail in this is great. Like, everything kind of finds a place, and there's some detail that doesn't match, but it's great. And how thin it is, but then just how wide and tall the plane mode is, it's kind of hilariously, like, amazing. And it looks really, really cool. It's appealing. It has 3 tiers to it, not much to the back, so it's kind of like there's only one person in here, obviously, and it flies. It's very industrial style. I like it a lot. To look at it next to a more natural jet, here it is with classic Jetfire, if I can work this well. My focus is kind of messed up. So there you see, like, it kind of exchanges the proportions. I can't really get the both in the frame, but I don't know. That was kind of a waste of time. But it's really cool, and the quality of the figure is great. I don't feel like it's going to break anytime soon. There's not very many stress marks. There's no QCs with it, nothing bad out of the box. And that's at least for this copy that I have in my hand. So it's really well done. I like it a lot. The engineering is great. The paint apps are great. Pretty much, if you want to look at a Night Morpher that they still have in stock over at BigBadToyStore.com, check out the Thundercracker colors or the Skyward colors, or if you want Starscream colors, they have that too. And there's an opaque white Awakening version, so if you want that one for the Awakening Squadron, you can find that as well. If you have any questions about this figure, I'd gladly answer them in the comments. Leave them in the comment section down below, and I'll get to them as soon as possible. You can send me a message, question about this figure. You can like or dislike this video, depending on if you did or not. You can subscribe to this channel for other toy reviews. You can check out Primecast every weekend on SSJ Autobot's YouTube channel, starring me, Sportimus Prime, or Sportimus, and SSJ Autobot himself. So, that's it. That's all I gotta say. Check out the link down below. Go do some shopping. Pick this guy up. Look at him more if you want. Look at more Mastermind pieces. Buy other official Transformers. Buy other toys. Long-winded endings. Goodbye.